Could buying used and vintage clothes from thrift shops, secondhand shops, or even off of eBay or other sites actually make you sick? In today's video, we're going to find out exactly that. Welcome back into the channel, guys. It is a Tuesday afternoon. Thank you for being here. And before we get started on this story and I jump back over to the microphone, it's happening, right? Today is November 12th, I believe, when I'm filming this. And if you haven't noticed, have a look around mi casa here. And Kate's doing a little rearranging because we try to decorate in the middle of November, give or take. She's got all the decorations out, getting ready to put stuff up. She's already been hard at work last night and today. Oh my God, there's garland going up the steps. And if you want to see the other side, let's see if we can get a good look at it. More lights up there. So, needless to say, Christmas has officially begun in our house. We have a lot of work to do. You can see she's still got stuff, but she's going to be hanging stuff around, all that, putting all those decorations up. And of course, we have to decorate the tree. We just sat it up here in the corner for right now. So it's just kind of chilling. And then I got to go outside, I guess, in the next couple of days and start putting up all the outside decorations and the lights and the blow up kids and all that sort of stuff. So do you guys decorate? Have you decorated yet? Do you decorate in November? Do you wait for December 1st? What's your schedule? We think middle November is fair. That way you get a couple weeks in November leading up to Thanksgiving and then all of December. If you wait till December 1st or 2nd, then you only get like 23 days, right? Till Christmas and maybe till New Year's another week. But that's our story here. Let's jump into the actual story of today's video and all about germs and diseases and some serious topics of discussion when you're buying clothing, hats, shoes, and other stuff from thrift stores, secondhand shops, and all that kind of places. Let's go over to my computer and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so we are officially back on my computer screen using the audio that you guys seem to love. I love this too, and the podcast is this close. I promised you guys we would start recording. Last week, we had the whole election nonsense, and this week we are getting our stuff together to record. We are hoping to have the first episode out soon, so stay tuned to the channel. I'll get you guys the links to that podcast when it launches, hopefully in the next week or so. Vintage clothes in thrift shops can harbor infectious diseases. This from sciencealert.com. Launched today. I guess today's the 12th. They put this story out this morning. This was by Primrose Freestone of The Conversation under the health section. I'll link this in the description box of the video so you can read this yourself on your own time. So this says that there's demand for secondhand and vintage clothing, which has surged within the last few years. We all know that. We sell a lot of that stuff, right? Pre-owned fashion is seen by many consumers as a cheaper, more environmentally friendly way to expand their wardrobe. I think everything, recycling and secondhand is a great thing. I think everybody on this channel probably agrees with that. I don't like some stuff being recycled, but most I'm okay with. All right, let's move on here. As excited as you might be to wear your next secondhand purchase, it's important you disinfect it properly first. This is because clothing can actually be an important reservoir for many infectious diseases. The skin is naturally coated in millions of bacteria, fungi, and viruses, collectively known as skin microbiome. I think everybody knows that too, right? Everybody's pretty aware of your skin, your flakes, all your oils, everything getting into what you wear and that washing it properly. I don't know why anybody would not wash used clothes. This story is crazy, but just bear with me. Hear me out here. And this means that every item of clothing we wear comes into close contact with those microbes. What do we have? Many of the microbes that regularly call the skin microbiome home include the bacteria Staphylococcus, which causes staph infections. I'll let you guys try to figure out how to say that. I am a terrible speller and terrible with pronunciations of things. I am a dream when it comes to math and numbers. I am pretty damn good at history. I'm all right at science, but when it comes to spelling and pronunciations, forget about it. My grammar is good. I know there, and where, and all those sort of things. Your, but I just can't spell anything or work out the pronunciations. Terrible. Always have been. But numbers I'm good at. Where'd we leave off here? Here we go. Streptococcus, which is the bacteria behind strep A, like strep throat, I suppose, Fungi such as Candida, the species of yeast that most commonly causes thrush, and viruses such as human papillomavirus, which causes HPV. And each person's skin microbiome is uniquely adapted to them. What's normal and harmless for one person can be a disease causing to another. These are a lot of scary words. Am I scaring people that your used clothes might actually contain this stuff? I may single-handedly cause the internet to not buy used clothing ever again. In fact, I might change the opening of this video to that exact sentence. We'll see. Clothing is a well-known carrier of many disease-causing pathogens. This means that germs from the original clothes owner's unique skin microbiome could still be found on secondhand clothes if the items weren't cleaned prior to selling, which is gross to begin with. If you're selling things on the internet, please properly launder them or clean them. eBay even has a thing about things being properly laundered. It also means that any infections or pathogens they might have had when they last wore the clothes could still be found there. Research has found clothing can harbor many infectious pathogens, including germs such as Staphylococcus aureus, which causes skin and blood infections, bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, the norovirus, and rotavirus, which can cause fever, vomiting, and diarrhea, and the fungi that can cause athlete's foot and ringworm. Athlete's foot's a big one. If you're somebody who's buying used shoes, even if you buy them from the thrift store, before you sell them, obviously buy the cleaning sprays, buy the disinfectants, but even just handling them, be careful, right? So that's something to think about. Even though you're going to sell them to someone else, you have to handle them and you have to get them cleaned and all that sort of stuff. A survey of secondhand clothing specifically, which was being sold in a market in Pakistan, which is kind of weird. Like, why are we going to go after a third world country's sanitation history? Because I don't imagine Pakistan, sorry to anybody from Pakistan or might be watching, I'm not going to trust your third world sanitation against ours, right? Like, I would imagine we are leaps and bounds above what it is happening in Pakistan. But anyways, detected the presence of, is it Bacillus subtilis and Staphylococcus aureus in many of the samples taken, and these bacteria can cause skin and blood infections. Parasites, which can cause skin infections such as dermatitis and scabies, have also been found on secondhand clothing. It's making me not feel so good reading this, right? The skin's microbes can live on in the amino acids in sweat, as well as the subcaseous oil released from hair follicles and the proteins of skin cells, all of which are deposited into clothes when we wear them. Remember, I don't know how to pronounce any of this crap word. I give up on all of it. You can correct me on any of it. Not only that, research shows many pathogenic germs such as E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, and Streptococcus pyogenes can survive on clothes for months when kept at room temperature. Germs on cotton or mixed fiber clothes stay alive for up to 90 days. 90 days, guys. But on polyester fabrics, germs can live as long as 200 days. That's, what is that? 6 2/3 of a month? Almost 7 months. Most bacterial species survive better in the fabrics when the air humidity was high. Oh, great. I live in a very humid state. Gotta love it. This suggests that to minimize germ growth, clothes should be stored in a dry environment. While it's difficult to say how great your risk of actually contracting an illness from secondhand clothes is, as no study has been done to date, video idea, research idea, viral idea. If anybody wants to research clothing and diseases, I imagine you have to be a scientist with experience and knowledge and microscopes and slides and stuff like that. But maybe somebody wants to do it on my channel. I'll be happy to post the video for you. It says people who are immune compromised are probably at the greatest risk. Well, that would make sense. If you have an impaired immune system, you should take extra care before wearing secondhand purchases. How to properly wash your secondhand clothes. Most microbes need water to grow. Skin areas that tend to get moist, such as the armpits, feet, genital areas, tend to have the highest number of most diverse species of microbes. Obviously, that's getting dirty, sweating. Fabric that has come in contact with these regions will be the most contaminated. Alongside bodily fluids, clothes can be contaminated with traces of food debris. This can also act as a source of growth for any bacteria or fungi present. This is why washing secondhand clothes is so important for preventing germ growth and reducing infection risk. One study of secondhand clothing contaminated with the scabies parasite even found that washing clothes eliminated all of the parasite present. So washing your stuff, It's recommended that you wash newly purchased secondhand clothes with a detergent at a temperature of around 60 degrees Celsius. This will not only clean any dirt from the clothes, it'll also remove germs and inactive pathogens. Cold water will not work as well to get rid of the pathogens within clothing. So if a high temperature wash isn't possible, then use laundry disinfectant to kill any germs present. So when I wash stuff, we don't really do much in the way of clothing anymore. I used to do a lot, but when we used to wash, we actually bought separate detergent. We bought some of those germ, they would say like 99% germ killing thing, which we use the normal, Tide stuff here in the house too, which says all that. But we bought a specific one for that. And I actually added OxyClean to a lot of the loads that we did, and we always washed them on hot wash, always, unless it was something special or something that needed dry cleaning or something, fragile that we didn't want to mess up inside of the washing machine. So that was it. You should initially wash secondhand clothes separately from regular laundry to reduce cross-contamination of clothing. We never washed other used clothing with our own. And anytime I washed them in the washing machine, thank God we have a washing machine with technology that has self-washing that runs it at a high temperature, self-washing and steaming. So I would always run that. Again, I run that self-washing thing like probably once or twice a week as it is. So we were definitely big on that. Soaking the secondhand clothing in a separate bowl of hand hot, not boiling water with antibacterial laundry detergent for 2 to 3 hours should eliminate any pathogens present. Follow with the regular machine wash. So something else you can do is soaking it. To be even more sure you eliminate any remaining germs, a hot tumble dryer or steam iron treatment, which we always do the dryer, again around 60 degrees Celsius if your fabric allows it, is highly effective at killing bacterial, viruses, and parasite eggs. So a lot of people don't know 60 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit is going to be like 140. It's a little more than double. It's always more than double. It's going to be like 140. So there you go. 140 degrees. Although many secondhand clothes sellers say they wash clothing before selling, you can never be too sure. This is why it's a good idea to wash any secondhand clothes you buy regardless. It's probably a good idea to wash any new clothes you buy before wearing as well. That's a great point. So a lot of people will say, well, what if I bought a brand new with tag shirt from a seller on eBay? You don't trust where they stored it. Did they store it in the same bin as a used piece of clothing they didn't wash? You have no idea. You want to rip those tags off and wash it right away. So here's another problem that I always hear. What if you buy brand new clothing from the thrift store to resell to somebody on the internet and you don't want to take the tags off and you don't want to wash it? And that's a fair question. And there's really no good answer to this. So if you wash it, you're going to ruin the tag. It's not going to be brand new, right? If you don't wash it, now you're selling it brand new. You need to notify the buyer after the fact that, hey, these are brand new. They've not been laundered. Make sure you launder these before wearing. Although the buyer really should have the common sense enough to do it on their own. I don't even know that I would take the step of notifying them because they may want to return it then. So scratch that, 86 that, and just simply say, hey, brand new item. Never been touched, never been washed, never been nothing, never tags not removed, and let them do their own due diligence. If they're not smart enough to wash something they got off the internet, new, used, or otherwise, I can't really feel sorry for them, right? So that's it. That's the video. That's the story. It's EBGB. I hate that kind of stuff. But moral of the story from Science Alert: wash your crap, guys. Don't leave it. Don't buy something off the internet or from Salvation Army and just throw it over your head. As always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you being here for the channel. Let me know about your holiday Christmas decorating timeline schedule, your thoughts on that, and your thoughts on this gross story that I gave to you from sciencealert.com and your washing of secondhand clothes. I appreciate you guys being here. If you could hit the like button, helps YouTube algorithm, helps me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notices with the little bell. Come back and watch future videos. I have some really good ones planned for the rest of the week and the weekend, so you don't want to miss those. And as always, if you need help with your eBay store, it's rockstarflipper@gmail.com. I do full audits, full reviews, coaching, eBay store fixes. I'll help get it in line and ready for Black Friday. And if you need us to make listings to get all your inventory live for Black Friday, our listing service and listing website is active right now. You can buy as many credits as you want. They are on sale. No coupon code needed. Ecommercelisters.com, link below as well. And I'll link this story. So everything will be down below in the description box if you need it. And until next time, see you guys later.